Hello, my friends. Greetings. Namaste. Welcome back to Anibaba's Fables. Before I begin the chat about today's topic, let me give you something interesting to think about. Uh, when I mentioned the idea about starting Anibaba's Fables as a channel on YouTube, a bunch of my friends said, "Come on, Ani, you don't look like anybody is going to get attracted to wanting to look at you or listen to you. Why you first of all, you are an old fart." I said, "Yeah, I admit that, old fart. I don't mind. I don't know how much farting I do or not, but I'm old for sure." Then they said, "Well, you wear these weird clothes and you always like to wear some white shirts and all and so forth, and you feel more comfortable." I said, "Yeah, I feel always a lot more comfortable in very old clothes. In fact, I have some shirts and some jeans that I must have bought more than 40 years back from Kmart, when Kmart existed here in the US. And I just love those because they still last. I use them for my gardening or something, a rough work I have to do ever. And all the gardening, I love to do gardening. My garden in the back is my time for meditation and peace. And my wife loves also to garden, as well as she enjoys all the beautiful flowers and plants in the garden. But anyway, back to this subject. So they said, "Come on, you no way you can kind of relate to folks." Well, on the other hand, a bunch of my women friends, they say, "Ani, you look so charming. Yeah, go for it, go for it." So I said to myself, since my mind is I'm going to push my mind to always think positive. I said, why not? There's no harm. So I said, I'm going to now start this channel. Well, this brings us to today's chat topic. It is about the message versus messenger. So I want to ask you folks, what do you think is important and what is relevant? Is the message important or the messenger important? Or do you think both are equally important? I'd like to know from your comments. And bear in mind, as kids, we grew up, we used to love some teacher because the teacher looked so nice and explained something so nicely. Or was it, oh, we got so much attached and attracted to some teacher or some professor. We are mesmerized by how the professor acts and looks and how he or she enters the classroom and does some sort of a gimmick or something to impress young folks. And then he, of course, teaches whatever they do in college. So I'm just wondering, think about it. Think about how much time we as humans focus on looking at things versus listening and understanding things. Think about if there's a TV program going on, or like you're watching this Anibaba's Fables today's episode, whether you will get the same kind of insight and feelings if you just close your eyes and listen to the conversation, or whether you need to look at some things. So how important are the looks of someone? Could it have been a robot, an AI robot speaking with you today and chatting with you, versus me, hopefully as a real human? I'm not a robot, thank God. thank nature. So anyway, so that's going to be the interesting question to be answered in our next chat, or at least explored. Message versus messenger. And I'll give you a lead already right now. Right from my childhood, I have never focused attention on the messenger. I don't know why. I have only focused on the message. And that has really, I think, helped me tremendously to learn and absorb and understand the universe around me a lot more better than if I would have gotten mesmerized by the messenger. Because there could be just one or two or five messengers, and then they'll relate some messages to me. But when I close my eyes and don't focus on the messenger and I focus on the message, I think I at least myself, I feel I learn a lot. And by the way, there's a lot of noise going on here right now. I'm sorry for that, because my neighbor decided to take his lawnmower out and mow his lawn. But of course, that's life. But anyway, I'm sorry about that. I'm going to end this session. The next chat session, we will be discovering and understanding more about what is the difference between a message and a messenger, and what is more important. Is the message important, the messenger? Thank you very much.